The problem of hunger for many families in Western New York is very real, along with the need to make sure seniors and shut-ins are given a nutritious meal on a day-to-day basis. Helping this need is the mission of FeedMore Western New York. But will recent government cuts impact the services they deliver to the people who need it the most? Joining us is Catherine Shick, Public Relations Manager for FeedMore. Welcome, Catherine, and a very familiar figure to all of us here in Western New York. It's good to see you.
It is so good to see you. Thank you so much for having me.
I was wondering if people realize how significant the problem of hunger is for many people in Western New York.
Well, unfortunately, it is a very pervasive and growing problem. We know that about 1 in 8 people in Western New York may be facing food insecurity, which means they lack access to enough nutritious food. And for children, it is as high as 1 in 5 children in the 4 counties served by FeedMore Western New York. So last year, we served 165,000 individuals, actually over 165,000 individuals. 165,000 individuals who are in Erie, Niagara, Cattaraugus, and Chautauqua County. And that number has actually grown by 16% from the prior year and over 46% in just 3 years. So there is a lot of need right here in our communities. It is not just a city problem, it is a rural problem, it is a suburban problem. We are touching pretty much every zip code in Erie, Niagara, Cattaraugus, and Chautauqua County with our services through FeedMore Western New York.
When you say this, and you have so well to so many times that I've known you, are people shocked? Because I don't, yes, when you said it the way, oh yes, it's not just in the city, it's here and there, people are surprised, aren't they? I know I am.
Yeah, I think a lot of people may have a preconceived notion of what it may be to be food insecure, but the truth is that so many people may be facing food insecurity. It is working families, people juggling multiple jobs trying to make ends meet. It's our older adults who may have worked their whole life and now they're living on a fixed income and it's just still not enough, and they're facing impossible choices such as, do I fill my prescriptions for my medicine that is absolutely necessary, or do I put food on the table? It is people with disabilities, it is our veterans. There really is no one face of hunger, and I'll tell you, we hear lots of different stories when people call us looking for a nearby food pantry or one of our food assistance programs. And so often what we hear is, I never expected to be calling you. I never expected to be going to a food pantry, but I suddenly had to take in my grandkid, and I wasn't expecting to have a dependent this late in my life. You know, the stories are all different in their own way. You know, people who have escaped a domestic violence situation. And it's really important to think that, you know, to really understand that there really isn't one face of hunger, one definition of what it means to be food insecure. But our job at FeedMore Western New York is to take care of everyone, no matter their background, no matter their religion, you know, who they voted for, where they reside. Our goal is, if you're in need of assistance, we're here to help.
What kind of cuts are we talking about that I just read about and heard about it that might affect FeedMore?
Sure. So federal. Yeah. So FeedMore Western New York is working very closely with our federal representatives and watching very close to, you know, any sort of cuts or proposed threats to funding. We know that last year alone, FeedMore Western New York relied on about $14.9 million in federal funding to make our mission possible. And federal funding really does impact all aspects of our work, from being able to provide community outreach assistance to sign up people for SNAP, for, you know, providing nutritious food to our partner food pantries and soup kitchens, for our home delivered meals program and community dining program serving older adults and people who are homebound. So it has an absolute imperative impact on the ability for FeedMore Western New York to perform our mission. We know that in terms of federal funding that has already been cut, we learned that a program called TFAP, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, through the Commodity Credit Corporation, that funding has been completely cut. It has been canceled. So that was about $3.5 million worth of food that we were expecting this year. High value items such as chicken, other animal proteins that are frozen, dairy items, even fruits and vegetables. There has been another program. The acronym is LFPA, but basically what it allows us to do is purchase food from local farms. We have learned that $2 million of that funding would not be renewed for next year. And other programs like funding that we get through FEMA has been on pause. It is frozen, and we don't know where that's going to end up at the moment. So, we're looking at at least $6 million worth of funding that we know that have either been outright canceled at this point in time, or on pause, with the potential to be no longer renewed. So there's an impact, absolutely.
And this is a time when you're building a new facility in Hamburg, is it? And I think people might be wondering, I know I was, why Hamburg?
Well, the goal is that, FeedMore Western New York will continue to serve our community no matter what. So even in the midst of these federal funding pauses or cuts, we are still, going to serve the community. It may be harder for us to do so, but we are not going anywhere because the need is so great. And that is actually why we are building in Hamburg. Hamburg is the four county service area geographic center of FeedMore Western New York's mission. So it's really central to all of the counties we serve. It will allow us to quickly get our trucks on the road to serve the community members in need. And it is a larger facility. We are going to have a larger warehouse space, a larger commercial kitchen where we produce our meals, more training opportunities for our workforce development program and classroom space to do so, ability to grow our own food. The goal is to just make sure that we are here to serve our community members, not just today, but for generations to come.
And speaking of generations, I know Meals on Wheels is, I think, one of the most impactful programs anywhere at any time. And I know that you are running that and that you need volunteers, and it's still really important to us here in the community.
Absolutely. So people who may not actually know what FeedMore Western New York is, we're a hunger relief organization that was born from the merger of the Food Bank of Western New York and Meals on Wheels for Western New York. So our home delivered meals program is absolutely essential to taking care of our older adults in the community. It not only provides nutritious food right to their doorsteps, but it also provides well-being checks. People making sure that they're checking in on their neighbors who may not see anyone for the entire day besides their Meals on Wheels volunteers. So we do always need more volunteers for that program, and anyone who is interested in learning more or signing up can go to our website at FeedMoreWNY.org to sign up to volunteer. We would be so grateful for your support.
I just get so emotional when you think about people being at home, and like the highlight of their day is when waiting for a meal or somebody to come to their door, or a senior citizen that has no contact with anybody else, and just not just the food, but the idea that somebody is coming to talk to them, to see them, to be there.
Yes,
it's so important.
That companionship piece, right? It's just as important as the meal itself. Is that taking care of the emotional health and mental health of our homebound neighbors through those Meals on Wheels check-ins.
And I'm going to mention again at the end that you do need volunteers, and it's so rewarding for the volunteers to do this. The retired people or people that are still able to get around but can go and help others in similar situations. It's very rewarding to be a volunteer. I know that.
Yes, yes.
Now, we usually see each other at Thanksgiving when Jixter does the turkey collections over at Millett Fillmore. But you have another fundraiser coming up, which now, to talk about something that I love and a happier subject. Tell us about the, I want to call it Sweet Charity, but it's called Sweet
Expectations.
But as long as sweet is in the
sweet
name,
is a big part of it.
We want to talk about it. Okay.
And yes, we will have all things sweet. This is a signature fundraiser for FeedMore Western New York. It is held in May. And you mentioned how we see each other at Thanksgiving time, which is absolutely so critical. But hunger is 365 days a year. So that is why having events like Sweet Expectations in May is a really critical way for us to support our community members year round. The proceeds benefit our vital programs and services that help alleviate hunger here in Western New York. And it is a wonderful event, as you said. It is going to be on May 21st at Resurgence Brewing Company from 5 to 8 p.m. It's presented by Wegmans and James Desiderio Wholesale Produce. It is a wonderful event of sweet and savory food dishes. So whether you have a sweet tooth or you like something a little bit more hearty, we have all of that for you. It is going to have raffles like a wine pull and a sweet surprise raffle with guaranteed prizes, a robust silent auction with lots of amazing exclusive opportunities to win amazing prizes through the auction. Just so much more. It is just a really great time to come out, network with the community, maybe have a date night, maybe go out with a group of friends, and know that you are supporting FeedMore's vital mission.
It is the sweets all from one place, from Wegmans, or
No.
I think people
Yeah,
donate. Other bakeries and places donate food, right?
Absolutely. So we have a variety of vendors joining
That's
us.
the word I
Wegmans
was
will be one
trying
of
to
them,
think
as
of.
you said, but you know, a real variety. So again, it's something for everyone to enjoy. I can't encourage you to come out enough. Actually, the Mad Irons will be on hand making live demonstrating crepes. So you can actually watch them whip up crepes in real time and fresh off the griddle, if you will. You can enjoy that crepe. So it's going to be a really fun event.
I know, and you know I'm going to be there, right? So
I'm so glad.
It's my favorite thing. Life is short, eat dessert first. Yeah, I've got that on my desk. You know that. So now let's talk about the website and how people can reach out to help you, to be a volunteer, as we talked about, for Meals on Wheels, to come to the event, which I don't want everyone to come because I want, well,
we'll keep some sweets off to the side for you just to make sure.
I can't eat chocolate. I'm allergic to chocolate, so everyone can have the chocolate.
Okay, the chocolate, okay. But everything else is for you.
Everything else on the table.
Our website is a one-stop shop. So if you want to purchase tickets for Sweet Expectations or sign up to volunteer, or if you yourself are in need of food assistance and you're watching this and you want to learn how to access food, go to our website, FeedMoreWNY.org, or call us at 716-822-2002.
You know, I'm glad you put it that way because we're joking, which I am, about the sweets, but it's a good cause to come and support. It's a very good cause. But what's also important is somebody that's listening or watching now may need somebody that needs your services, or know somebody that needs the services themselves, either Meals on Wheels or food insecurity, wherever they live. So I want people to know that they can call this number and contact you. So
absolutely, and I think a lot of people may not realize all the programs we have to offer.
Yes.
So from Meals on Wheels to supporting local pantries to our free workforce development training program, you know, let us call us, reach out to us, and we'll connect you with the resource that will best fit your needs.
Catherine Shick from FeedMore Western New York, thank you so much for joining us. I look forward to sampling some treats May 21st at Resurgence Brewery Company. I'll be there. That's all the time we have for The Big Picture. I'm Judge Penny Wolfgang. Thanks for watching and supporting the organizations we feature on this program. I'll see you next week.